Hi, I'm Kevin Cassel. I'm assistant professor at the University of Hawaii Cancer Center. I'm a cancer researcher there in Hawaii, and I work throughout the U.S. Associate Pacific with populations there.
And so what brings you here to Downstate Brooklyn?
I'm here to give a talk about how to work with different ethnic communities. Throughout my experience, I've had the opportunity to work with different communities across both here on the East Coast as well as across U.S. Associated Pacific, and to talk about some of the strategies to get communities more involved in research so researchers are doing things in a more ethical and responsible way.
Now, how does that tie in with Alfred Carter and his grandmother and the HeLa cells? How does that tie into your work?
Well, it all ties in because there's such a legacy of mistrust, there's such a legacy of abuse. Throughout history, people, academics have really taken advantage of communities. They've gotten data, they've gotten benefits from research and haven't really applied it to the communities that provided these resources. So it's like researchers come in with their baskets empty and they leave with them full, and the community is deprived of a lot of things.
So, Alfred, how does it feel to have researchers come from the other side of the planet to talk about the work that they do and the work that you do? How do you feel about having these kind of conversations and these kind of meetings? How is that helpful to the community and the health industry overall?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Cassel for coming all the way from Hawaii. I think it ties in pretty well because it lets people know that health disparity is not like a neighborhood thing. It's like a worldwide thing, especially in the United States. So for people to be doing research and bringing it to the forefront about communities being poor and people of color, it just brings awareness to people when it comes to clinical trials and that nature, because like I try to tell a lot of people clinical trials are important because you have people of color not participating and you have all these white people participating, so the medications that they come up with, they work for them but not for us. So it's important that we participate, but like Mr. Cassel said, there's a long line of mistrust from way back when. So people don't want to engage with academia and medical institutions. So this is a great thing today.
So now, what do you look to take away from today's session overall? And that question is to both of you.
Well, I look to take away, some knowledge from Dr. Cassel. Try to pick his brain and listen to his ways of dealing with ethical issues and how I can implement them in my neighborhoods in Baltimore City.
Yeah, and again, I want to thank you for being here, the opportunity to meet you. Because I know the history, the legacy of your family, the great, tremendous sacrifice, that has benefited all mankind. And for beginning to start to benefit the people who are in most need. So you're talking about clinical trials. That's what drove me 27 years ago to work for the government. I was like, there's a government agency that's here to help. Why don't we advertise this? Why don't people know about the NCI and the Cancer Information Service and these resources, that can benefit our communities? And the fact that there are institutions that are set up to help address disparities, but people don't know about them. They don't. There's no engagement with communities. So that was one of the things that I try to do and try to continue to do, is to get the word out. That's why I'm happy to be here to talk. As you mentioned, this is a global issue. It's not just communities. It's not just a specific population. It's age groups, it's gender groups, it's a whole litany of people who are marginalized, outside of the academic research and need to be embedded and included. We need to do things. My the question people ask me, what good is science if it doesn't help us? You know, we have to have science that helps people and everyone, and that means everyone. So,
Well, thank you so very much for your time, and I really
Thank you,
appreciate
sir.
speaking
you.
with both of
You're
you.
welcome.
Thanks so much.
All right, peace.